Game one of conference playoff hoops on a Tuesday night. OKC destroys, dominates, and puts their foot on the throat of Minnesota. We're going to get into it all now. My name is Shlomo Stark,
My name is Levi Jacob.
and this is the NBA Daily Recap in 15 minutes or less. Baby, you must be delighted. 114 to 88 victory. Um, let's start here because I think that my thoughts on this game are very similar to what I'm seeing media speak about. So I would love to get your thoughts as a Thunder fan. As I was watching this game and I got to watch it live, meaning on my phone live, not I was not in Oklahoma City. But as I was watching this game live, the first half I was like, wow, Julius Randle's amazing. Then the Thunder kind of figured him out in the second half. But then in the second half, what I was saying is, wow, like it really makes sense. And let me finish this because I'm going to bring it home. It really makes sense that that I don't think SGA is the MVP because look how well his team is doing without him on the floor. And there were just moments where without him, they were phenomenal. And there's just no like you take the top five in MVP or top four, I guess maybe, but like Giannis and Jokic for sure, you remove them from their teams and it's night and day. Whereas the Thunder just look great. They're so deep and so good defensively. And I was like, wow, like this team doesn't need SGA. But then I looked that was the eye test. And I also felt like he was missing every shot. And then I looked at the box score, and he's by far the team's best player. He played 37 minutes, which was by far the most. He had 31 points, by far the most. 11 of 14 from the line. He was a plus 22 plus minus, by far also the most. The only thing was, which I mentioned, he just was terrible at shooting. He had a bad shooting night. He was 10 of 27. So the eye test is telling me the team doesn't need him. The box score is telling me this guy should win conference finals MVP. So as a Thunder fan, someone who follows this team more closely than me, someone who, if he had a vote, would vote SGA for MVP. Give me your SGA thoughts.
So I'll tell you, I think that you see this with a lot of successful NBA teams. The key that SGA actually does provide, despite bad shooting, like bad shooting percentage, is that he's able to put points on the board. You need that throughout an NBA game, even if it's points incrementally here and there, little TikTok things. Like the Timberwolves would have been around more in this game if Anthony Edwards was able to do that. He ended with 18 points. The shots that he was taking, like he, you don't have that same player who's able to really like maintain the steady scoring. That being said, with SGA, it's also like timely buckets. Like a lot of the scoring that he did have were like there was some difficult like again, despite what people say about the officiating in regards to SGA and the playoffs and whatever, all this stuff, there were some really difficult and ones that he did score in that game.
Oh, really
Um,
nice. I love those. I thought those were so cool. The ones were
he's really like
he just like, oh, they fouled me out. Let me just bang this in. It was so cool.
he's a very, very good basketball player. The flip side of the argument is just in regard.
Is anyone disputing that? Is anyone like SGA is not a very, very good basketball player?
I think in regards to like the overrated nature of what people are calling him, like people are saying like, oh, he's just like he scores like exclusively in trying to get fouls. No, he's like a very good finisher also. You know what I'm saying? Like it isn't just foul shots that perpetuate his success. But in regards to the MVP thing, I think this is also it's part of the conversation that we had before, which is I think that there is something to be said for like what the MVP award has been reduced to is like which guy is so successful that when he's not on the floor, his team sucks. Like from that standpoint, like Jason Tatum should not be in the MVP conversation ever. You know what I'm saying? Like just because a player's team is good does not mean that he's not good. I think it actually speaks counter to that, which is if your team is able to excel without you on the floor and you just add that much more punch, like you're able to excel while still having a team that is the 68, 67 win team, whatever. Like, I think that that also speaks to the case of you being the best player.
I like it. Okay, that's fair. Um,
Do you want to discuss the game a little bit?
Alex Caruso. Yeah, I have more to talk about this game.
Okay.
Is Alex Caruso the best defender in the league?
Dude, this is it. This is what I said before. It makes me feel like it makes me think of Tony Allen. He's able to like with Julius Randle, like Lou Dort and him both did this. They have these really stable bases. So that means that whenever the player is able to get to their spots, the big man that they're guarding is able to get to their spots, they like front them just enough to just get them enough off balance. Julius Randle had a good at least first half, if not game, right?
No,
But
no. It would be wrong to say game. He had like, I think he had 26 points in the first half and 2 in the second half.
okay, fine.
Like
Fine.
he, no, it was actually the credit to OKC or Randall, whoever wanted to do, but he got whatever shot he wanted in the first half. Like literally, he was 5 of 6 from three, like bullying Caruso, bullying Kason Wallace, like whatever. And then in the second half, they just adjusted and he
Well, there was
really got.
to be clear, it was after the first quarter when they forced 7 turnovers off of like they were luring him in to pass inside like on the low post, and they were just picking them off left and right. OKC, like it was literally in the first quarter they had 7 turnovers off of like mostly steals. It was awesome. So I think that like he adjusted his game, and then OKC was like, okay, so now we can play. It's exactly what I mentioned before, um, which is it made me think of the fact that this team, like, this is exactly what Julius Randle doesn't want to go up against, which is length and size.
Mm,
And that's exactly what Chet is as a young player. Like those 15 points from Chet looked just as valuable as they were.
Chet was great.
He was awesome.
He was great defensively. He was great in the paint.
Julius
He was
Randle
getting
played 20 minutes. Julius Randle played 20 minutes. Sorry, not Julius Randle. Sorry, Rudy Gobert played 20 minutes. He couldn't stay on the court against them, and Jaden McDaniels fouled out. Like they,
I think it was not Sean Fantasy. What's his name? I think Shea Serrano. Shea Serrano had a tweet that was so funny. He goes, Rudy Gobert is the only player I've ever seen that makes being 7 feet look like a disadvantage.
like, but actually, yeah, 100%. I mean, how do you have the closeout game that you had against the Lakers and then do this? It doesn't make any sense to me. It doesn't, and I know that
Yeah.
that's a bunch of people like mirroring that thought, but like seriously, like if this is the rate of play at which the Timberwolves can play, I don't want to be like it's just one game, but I don't think they have a chance in this series.
No, we've seen that Gobert does this, where he has good games and bad games.
No, what I'm saying in totality, like I think the Thunder were had such a good scheme defense going on.
Yeah,
Like they
I think the Thunder were phenomenal. I don't think the series is over.
no, I also
But
don't. But I'm saying if this is like it tells that there's a method for the success of which the Timberwolves can't.
yeah, meaning I like not. I love when I'm right with my predictions, but the the, the way the Thunder are going to win is by blowing them out.
But I'll tell you, this is actually I thought about that as I was watching it, and I wanted to refute that point. Through the third quarter, they were only down 10 points. OKC
And
stuck in the
fourth quarter.
yeah, but I'm saying,
I
but
mean, yeah, I'm talking about clutch time. Clutch time is 5 minutes left with when you're up and down 5. That's what I'm
No,
talking about.
but I'm saying if they're neck and neck throughout the whole game, and then they get
That's
to
how
the fourth quarter.
I'm talking about that. I'm at clutch. I'm talking about clutch time. When there's a definition of clutch. The definition of clutch is 5 minutes left when the game is within 5 points. I think Minnesota will win that every time. I think OKC's recipe is to be nowhere near there, which is exactly what they did tonight. The third quarter was close, and then they broke away in the fourth quarter, which is exactly what they have to do. Um, they were great. They were hitting their shots. They were playing great defense, and it was exactly what I expected it to look like. What I don't expect is for this to happen for 3 more games.
Yeah.
Um, Others might. I don't expect 4 games like this. It would be really, really amazing if they were able to do that. I'm expecting some closer games, and I don't expect OKC to win those close games, but I would love to be proven wrong.
Yeah, I think the Timberwolves also their physicality is a big advantage for it. Like they have a lot of guys who are like more compact, quick guys, but also very physical. Like Naz Reid, for example, only had 4 points tonight. He's a very good player. I don't expect that to happen again. Um, with Julius Randle as well, I think that I think that they were like a little bit shocked while watching this game. I think that like they're going to be better at drawing fouls, at keeping the games closer throughout the rest of the series. But I think that like as it stands now, and I know it's even based on seeding is how it would be how it works, but I really think that like the Timberwolves are the ones who have to show me that they have something else going in order for me to feel like it's going to be more of a series.
Correct. And Anthony Edwards had in the post game conference, he had the like LeBron face after game 4 in 2016, which is or like and game 6 in 2012, where he's just like, I'm really, really mad about this. So let's see what happens.
You should be.
Yeah. Predictions. It's gonna be a really close game, but the Knicks are gonna win. They're gonna win on like there's no way it's not going to be in the clutch zone. Um, and the Knicks are going to win. It's going to be super close, and the Garden is going to be absolutely berserk.
Can I tell you something that's actually I'm happy for the Knicks in this regard. They had the two series that went longer. I think that they've had like really tough opponents. The fact that the game one is an NSG, I think is huge. Like I think that's
I cannot believe the Knicks have home court advantage in the Eastern Conference Finals. They were the three.
it's wild. Yeah, and so like it makes it also more impressive to me that they actually really push to have that 3 seed. Like I really think it's a big deal for them. Um,
Agree. I think the bigger one is going to be Game 7 because I really think this is going 7. I think much more important than Game 1 is going to be Game 7 at home is giant. Like listen, home court advantage is huge. Like it's a real thing, especially in Madison Square Garden. Um, like I actually I don't know how you felt watching the game. Like the Thunder fans were kind of meh. Like
okay.
I was like just watching other playoff games and having been at one playoff game. Like there was no. I don't know. I never I never couldn't. There was never a point when the fans were louder than the commentators.
So I'll say that for Game 7, it was that way. For Game 7, it was very loud. So I think it's
Yeah,
just it's yeah, like I think that if people are gonna buy tickets to go to an OKC game or to go to any playoff game, like the games at the end of the series are obviously more expensive because that's when like more of the intensity is happening.
I wonder if Game 1 of the Knicks will be more like OKC or more like Game 7. I have a feeling it's going to be like Game 7 atmosphere in the Garden.
I think it's just MSG with the Knicks being in the Eastern Conference Finals is going to be nuts, Because everybody in New York is trying to be inside MSG right now.
Yeah, it's really expensive. Okay, what's your predictions for the game?
Um, Pacers haven't played since when?
I don't know. A week and a half?
I think Knicks are gonna win. I think it's actually gonna be a close game though. But I think the Knicks are gonna win. I think it's gonna come down to the last few minutes.
I think that yeah. Oh, so
Like,
we were predicting the exact same thing.
yeah, yeah.
Okay, that's always fun for content. Um, so yeah, no, the Knicks, I just looked it up. The Knicks last played Friday night, and the Pacers won the Tuesday night before that.
Okay. Yeah, so I think
I haven't played in a week and a day.
dude, that's so crazy.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. It's so funny because like the Thunder get like 2 days rest,
And then
and
you know what the next game is?
it's Thursday night, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
that's-
insane.
yeah. No, that's yeah. The Eastern Conference Finals are like they're. I was talking about this with someone else. They're. I wonder if he'll be upset that I didn't give him a shout out. So I was talking about this with my cousin Isaac. They're the Eastern Conference, the East and Western Conference Finals, the dates are set in the beginning of the season. So like it's only the second round really where you could have a situation where game one of second round will be before game seven of a first round because they'll just start it right away. But Eastern Conference and Western Conference Finals, they're the dates are set in advance. Okay. That was the NBA Daily Recap in 15 minutes or less. I want to thank you, Levi, for co-hosting, for producing, and for just defending SGA to the death. And I want to thank you, Max, for just being great while I was gone, being so supportive. I'm back in Israel, everyone. You might notice on the video that I'm back. I got better quality video. So it's good to be back in Israel. And I want to thank you for listening.